like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are.
With
own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Everybody had to here with get my kids situated with some snacks before dinner time. If you've got young ones, you'll know what I mean. You don't need a little temperamental tyrant right around in your butt. Looks like the market's picking up right where it left off here, so we had a bit of a range, 28,500 down to 28,400-ish. That deal kind of into the end of the day. We're starting to trend a little lower here. In the short term, negative CVD, I'd be cautious of longs basically after today's close anyway. Below yesterday's VWAP, below 20 period EMAs, a lot of reasons to think, continuation north, probably not off the table at this time. But all of that is, again, as you guys have seen in the strategy, kind of a mute point. We need to pay attention to what the relative ranges that things start at, and then back our way into what the trade setup is going to be. And if it makes sense for the current context, you take a big step back on this. I don't care about that MFU broker, whatever they're called. But I definitely favor shorts given the fact that we're under 20 period daily at EMA as well as at yesterday's GLIBEX. I've been bankered VWAP. Still a little salty about today's live stream and during the Macy session. I just got worked over. Man, it's doing well. You remind yourself, and that was all, that whole experiment with that $500 cow was all about the pride of turning it, right, turning $500 into more. So be it. Let my emotion get the best of me today. But the beauty of trading is tomorrow is always a day to come back to. The minute opening range sitting up 28,470 down to 28,360. So 90-point range right now. Not a huge one, but I think would end up being nice and tradable. Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Miguel, SoCal, Oliver, thanks for hitting up in the chat. Micro time frame, you already had kind of the market trading into that VWAP and coming on down. We're minutes away from Greco and Vic, and welcome. Good to always see some faces coming back. Love to, in a perfect world I want to snap to that low. In a perfect world for what I like to see in the, opening range here is I'd love to see us get back above the VWAP. Like, not break out the highs yet, and then, kind of come back down and oscillate around the VWAP, setting up that 10-minute range, giving us a range to where, okay, and then in this environment, probably then going lower, coming back to the VWAP and giving us that nice short, but not up to us, right? It's mechanical, and we just gotta wait to see what we provide. 2 minutes into that opening range is set so that we can start looking for the break. Got any questions? Let me know. Not a terrible time to maybe flip over and take a look at Bitcoin real quick, because they had kind of a volatile session, but nevertheless, yesterday, and we have just had a bounce into this anchored VWAP from the old highs. Didn't quite get there. I'm actually a little surprised it didn't. I'm wondering if it doesn't get one more push up there. But man, we're breaking down trend lines against the lows. I mean, it's still a seller's market. And shorts are still the name of the game, in my humble opinion. So we'll see what happens here into the overnight session. But we're not here for that. We're here for the ForceSweep right now. But VWAP already proven to be a little bit of a resistance here today. Let's see if we get the 10-minute opening range break lower now. Negative CVD. I'd love to know why trading the charts go out like this. We've got a pretty good graphics card, good machine, all those things. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm not counting that wick as a break in the low just yet. Although I am biased short, just because of the closing below the VWAP or all those other things on the day. Let's wait for a better break than that. And also, let's also not forget that the pattern recently has been quite nasty during this time of the day. We've been getting, expansion where we go down and up and down and up, right? We on both sides. On both sides of the market. No, I like to see a 1 minute close below, or a true break, even though technically it goes below it, and it's coming right back up in the VWAP. And I'm sure he's gonna make it look the fool by trading it down into target. But the fact that we've kind of had fakes recently above the highs and the lows of the day. I mean, yesterday's a great example. So is Monday. But that opening range, right? We broke the highs, then the lows. Then we basically went up to the highs again, and then came down to the lows again. And that expansion just chops up mean reversion strategies like this one. And so I am a little, aware of that here tonight and thinking to myself, oh, I don't want that to happen again, So, being cautious and waiting, for a setup that is high quality that you want to be and I want to be a part of. Before I forget, got the Dark Side trials here coming up for on my X stream. You can find a pinned comment to you can find a pinned comment there in my on my X stream to vote for your favorite contender. We'll get those passed out here, or the winners will be announced on tomorrow's live stream when the voting closes. You can see there's no reaction to VWAP right now. It's kind of starting to go on through that area. Not a great look, right, for the VWAP at this point on that opening range break. Or I'm sorry, that little micro break. I mean, now it's coming back down to get a reaction. I don't know. If not the break that I would take, let's put it that way. And now it's kind of finding acceptance maybe above that VWAP. Let's take a look at. But if we're going to come back below, I don't hate the idea of selling, but at this point they're kind of squeezing and finding acceptance above. They had 200 contracts in point of control right on the VWAP here. He needs to turn over immediately and head lower if it's going to. Otherwise, they can squeeze on up to the highs of the day, and maybe they'll do a, a reversal. Or expand that range to the upside here, right? Well, tell you what, if we do come below, I might scalp it short, but they have to come back below here and prove to me that it wants to stay below. But it's not technically the ForceSweep setup that I would be looking for. So, there will be one after that I would look to take. Anyway. Yeah. Well, you're trying to win only, right? That'd be nice. Back there. Well, full disclosure, I did take a little short here and get free already. But again, there's probably going to be a break-even stop out there. It is. So, not trying that one again. I don't know. I'm tempted to sell below. Get short below 84s here, but yeah, you know what? Here I am. Getting short on this and like just a little micro, or like I will be trying to stop aggressively here, right? I don't want to see another test in the VWAP. Ah, man, no. That's exactly what I didn't want to see. Do as I say, not as I do, right? The moral of the story here. Ah, crap. Starting today off in a hole because I'm forcing trades. I gotta really get my shit together, folks. Well, that's alright. Market's pushing back above the VWAP, so you don't want to be a part of any of the short. What if it fell my first one and, let's say, we're let the market develop here. We're getting that push back above the VWAP now. 158 contracts. Back below the VWAP. I mean, they're just chopping around the VWAP right now. But they are kind of holding up here pretty well. So it can still, again, the kind of a head fake right below the lows there today so far. They're not letting it go. Market does seem like it wants to try to establish above the VWAP, but if it can't and the world's over, so be it. Might be another shorting opportunity here, I suppose, but the micro trend line against, you know, the lows I'm watching, but trying to set a big example for y'all. Taking another stab at one here. Stops about low fours, 35. I'm sure this is gonna kill me. My rationale here now is that we're getting that acceptance back below the VWAP. 100 contracts, point of control added. 92 here. But I mean, this needs to stop coming on. It needs to flush the lows, just like I hope it's about to do there. That's not enough contracts lower. Come on. That is a big break below this whole point of control at 89.75. Aw, man. I don't know if it's a bad thing, though, because this market doesn't seem to want to go down right now. Coming up on the end of a 5-minute candle, though, in basically 1 minute. Well, I mean, minus 25 US dollars is so be it, right? You can recover from that. Want to get my stop to break even here. I hate my entries. My execution has sucked. This move. Push the low. Let's start to get back to green on the day. Like, give us a nice ForceSweep after this because I'd like to pass some accounts tonight. We're just not going to say that. I mean, we're not able to break below this B5 area, which is not a good look right now. Volume is so anemic right now, but we are below the VWAP. And every bid gets rejected, and we're below the points of control in these 2 1-minute candles. Well, a little off lately in my reading and what I'm seeing, and I don't love that. Well, here we go. Yeah, I kind of agree if we orbed higher. I don't know if I would take it either, because the expansion recently has just been nasty. Okay, here we go. Starting to push lower now. Maybe we get that trend that takes you down into lows. Every shell off, though, is bid back up, and what? Come on. Alright, looks awful. Well, that sucks. Oh, okay. Not quite. Almost got me. And there they go. God damn it. I mean, technically, it's now a force sweep long. Or force push long. Oh man, I feel like I'm just getting shocked by the market recently. But wow, my coffee traders are working. This is obnoxious as heck. So let's see if that sweep force push long now works. That was the head fake lower. All my copy traders are messed up. Are you kidding me right now? I'm not having a day, guys. So the concept here is we just tried to get absorption and we failed below the VWAP. Now the force push, ideally on this little volume, if it pushes higher, it takes us higher, but that squeeze isn't really happening right now. And it's becoming another crappy day. It's can't catch a winner. Yeah, we were at 428, 421. I'm pretty confident it's going to get squeezed back to the highs of the day. They said I would kind of cover the force push a little bit more here in the session. What is it doing? What? Which, this spreads are pretty wide right now. I mean, this is, they get 2-point spread on everything. Reduced up at 18 for sector on the offer. What is going on? Yeah, he should definitely be waiting for a true ForceSweep and not doing what I'm doing today. I am absolutely hating my decision-making process recently. Let's go. Get a little bit under us here. That's the retest of the VWAP to some extent. The other market just is unable to make that progress higher, making me worrisome about the longs. Point of controls, we're all down here, light buy, and we need that push. I need that push. But I am cautious about it breaking the upside now, you know, in terms of the... There we go. The try stop up to start locking in some gains, because I need to make something back on this trade for sure. Pretty good run up so far though. Gotta go to 30.5 here if it can push. Come on. We've just had a nice push above 40s here. Body control on these last two candles is nice way up here. There's a 254 volume push, right? This is a force push trade. Got the force sweep setup, but it is viability here, and I'll point out to you why in a minute. Well, we're actively managing this one, so I'm expecting the next push here in the next minute or two to solidify up this 5-minute candle. Here it comes. Stop will pull up to there, I don't know, 28, 29 area. I mean, hopefully it just pushes to 60s and I'll actually pull it up to like 50 something. There you go. That's going to go to 41. But Ron, lift us, lift us, lift us. No, stop out. Stopped out. Okay, so that at least kind of got me back my day. Where you going? I can survive and live with being down $50 at an account. Okay. Alright, so that was some shitty trading on my end. The only attempt I should have taken there in the short was the initial one that I was able to get free on. And then after that, I shouldn't have taken stop outs. Once we came above the VWAP, And honestly, the test back into the VWAP is a better entry, but once we start to come above the VWAP here again, and above this range high, that's the forced push, where then the market's just going to probably squeeze for the rest of the day into the highs. And sure enough, right, look at what's happened. I at least got to recover my early losses. I could have been up on a day and been done with my day at this point, but here we are. It doesn't necessarily make it all the way to the high either. You know, we could come, preferably, I hope we come all the way back down, break the lows. I didn't give a ForceSweep short, but, you know, it's going to be tough for that to happen, and this market's going to carve out a big range at that point. They're either CVD even in this rally, so I didn't trust it too much. Probably going to come back and test the VWAP now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, the fact that I got my day back and I'm down $50 too, I feel like I should probably call it a day as well. Didn't have a great New York session. I can feel myself being a little emotionally rock and rolled. It's probably wise, right, to just call it a day. I will stick around and point out the VWAP, but I think I will reduce my size to micros or just not take the trade here. This is just this is going to be a tough one in terms of the day and what we could see happen.
Yeah. Unknown brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you. So
Got a 15-minute candle coming up in 10 minutes. I mean, this whole candle close will be interesting to watch. Didn't really make progress there to the upside, huh? Probably a little trend line off the highs now holding. But all in all, very good read on the idea that the pendant orb low was a head fake. Shot dividend trend back to that VWAP, but does look like it wants to push up towards that 70 figure one more time, which then produces a ForceSweep fly. And they like today, I just that, I don't know. Life's good, still no baby. Can't believe it. Kid is not coming. Haha. Lots to wait for tonight. Negative CVD still, so it's really hard to trust the long side, given where we are in the broader context of today. Now, almost feels like the type of day you just want to come back tomorrow with, but and here it goes, pressing up the highs. Well, at least I took a little scope there, and I'm up like $100 in the day, but I don't know, I might call it at that. Or definitely whatever trade happened after this, I'm going to be trading, I think, going down to micros. I need to adhere to that. And my original force push, getting all the way up there. I mean, I'm like one solid trade away from passing half of all of my accounts, so I need to be, except for lucid funded, so obviously I'm, the payouts there, but like, you gotta be careful. Aw, man, what is it gonna do here at the opening range high? It didn't not even break it, look at that. Look at that, right? They would, I mean, talk about, I wouldn't be surprised to see it wick the high area there. If it wicks the high, there's no way I'm taking that long. Look at it, sellers coming in now. That's comical. And I'll be the first one to admit right now, this is not the price action that we want to necessarily see for the ForceSweep, right? It's kind of why I took a force push, because the VWAP has been an area that you get long above and short below as it breaks in this environment. Look at that. It's just so nasty. I'm just glad I'm not in a trade right now. $247, volume up, 150, 75, and then 200 back down. Yeah, this chop. I mean, I got half a mind just to call it, because if it's any repeat of the last couple nights, right, we're seeing this head fake on either side of the opening range, which, okay, by now, we actually have a good solid opening range. So, man, if we do go down below it and come back up to test it, I'm a little more biased to that because of where we factored into the day, but we'll see. I'm ready to go make sure my kids are eating and everything, because there's nothing to do right now. Breaks the highs, it's going to take a while to get back to the VWAP. Down to the VWAP, it breaks the lows, it's going to take a while to get back up. I'm around. I'll be probably switching all my accounts down to a micro or two, because I kind of want to pass these things, not give anything back. And other than that, I mean, it's going to be a slow rest of the evening. And honestly, if it doesn't happen in the next hour and a half, I'm calling it anyway, right? So, stick around. There'll be plenty to talk about that isn't infinite. Yeah, if the ForceSweep short comes, SoCal, I think it's going to be a good one, because you can think of how hard this market tried to break back the highs of the day, right? And then it goes lower. It makes sense at that point for its shorts. We'll see you tomorrow. Anyone who's taken off, because let's face it, this is not the type of price action that we really love seeing. And the warning signs to me were that Monday and Tuesday had that expanding range that just chopped around the VWAP, right? So we got to be a little bit more cautious this week. There's a reason I felt like forced some trades today, but I've dug myself out of a little hole, and sometimes you just got to count your blessings. If I did that this morning too with my brokerage account, but I decided to keep trading, and that's where the mistakes happen, right? But we'll see what happens here. tell you what I didn't have on my, I did not have it trading into the VWAP and then going to highs. Yeah, this is just, again, the type of price action that just doesn't make me want to take a trade at all. I mean, okay, you know, I don't know why you would have taken the long there, perhaps, but like, it's looking like it was a great trade, right? But I don't see the reason why you would have. Couldn't break the highs, couldn't break the lows. This seems like it's going to chop around, and I will not be surprised if they come back down below the VWAP right now either. Dollars are coming in here. It's Bitcoin doing bounce a little bit. Yeah, that looks ugly too. Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't know if I like any setups right now. Excuse me. Coming right back down into the VWAP, looks really nasty. Negative CBD too, so I don't see much in the way of a reason for me. Kind of like got a gap in the 1 minute, or is that my data? Kind of does right here, doesn't it? Weird price action, everyone. Yeah, I mean, the way it's trading, I do too, SoCal, just because it just does not see, it just seems heavy. Testing the VWAP again. Right, again, I would be shocked if it stays above it on this pullback down. You have been assessing into the VWAP yet again. With the volume, it's got to tell us as volume bars and what have you. What do you control on that last candle is below the VWAP. But volume did the 93, so decent volume, but this is just lower lows. This is like systematic selling lower right now. Be shocked if it doesn't sweep lower here in a minute. At least down to 89, retest this at a low. Oh boy, here it goes. Holy cow. What is even going on here? Another test of lows of the day there? Like, this is just... I mean, at this point, I think you gotta kind of say this is not the type of price action that we would be looking for or conducive of for good trading. I mean... Again, it's sweet slow, like compared to the VWAP, that's another story. But we just chopped her on the VWAP here, and I think doing a very good job of sitting on these these markets. Be messed with by whoever's messing with them.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Wow. I mean, talk about the absolute chop fest today, huh? Going to test that or below now? I mean, wow, what a brutal, brutal, this whole thing's, man. So we have a technical breakdown at 10-minute OB range low now. It's probably going to go straight down without us because this is, you know, the nature of this game today. I would constitute this one as a break of that low. And, we would be looking and considering a 238 pick setup here. Again, we're getting that expanding structure on the VWAP, so we gotta be really careful about this entry. It is, for all intents and purposes, a valid setup in my humble opinion. That doesn't mean it's going to necessarily work, right? But, here we are. I actually tried to get short on the ForceSweep on the way down and just not trying to keep people getting chopped up. I mean, these are basically all like $50 widths. It was nothing. Like, look at none of them are stop outs. And the stop outs all happened right as I trailed the break even and got free. There's not a chance to get into that move lower and hang on. The market was so whippy, spreads were so wide, I'm lucky to have just basically, well, I scalped my way to be up, honestly up about $300 on the day, but across most of my accounts. I mean, I'm outperforming the ForceSweep right now, but not in a proud way. W the W's. And there's the real push lower. Now we want to see the VWAP kind of come in, and here's the catch here, folks, is we have a new high, an anchor high, where what if that other VWAP comes in as resistance, right? Not that I would take it, but just funny to think about. They're about the same level right now, so I'm not too worried about that. From the beginning, we're not whether or not I wait and watch the test of the VWAP, right? Like wait for the level. I think going down to nice work plus 300 on those shorts. I mean, once you went below that VWAP again, it was a pretty clear. That's why I tried getting short initially. It was pretty clear we were going to go sweep below and at least take out this 89 low. Wow. Well, we're going to have a big one tonight. Here it's 63 ticks wide. Well, ooh. You're at 85, excuse me. Yikes. See what happens. Might be the type where you want to scalp out on, or, you know, like I said, use definitely turning off. Actually, I'm just gonna log out of my Lucid funded accounts. With them up 350 and 400 across those, I'm not chancing giving any of that day back on a funded account. My other evals, I'm literally one trade away. I need basically $400 on the E8s and the MFFUs. So they'll lead about $1,800 on the funded next ones, because those are like, what do you call them? They're 100K accounts, but I mean, set up until they're not. A night like tonight is where my force pushes the execution of them. I'm just being a pussy. Like, I'm not. I could have been done with these accounts if I just let that short roll. I could have been done with the accounts if I let the long roll. I'm just being super conservative here and trailing stops, like almost to a fault right now. That's a little annoying, but hey, holy cow, we are coming up here. You notice I don't have a working order because I'm kind of wanting to watch how it trades up into this level, up into these levels, and I'll mark it in, you know, and just try to be very cautious here, because again, I'm like one trade away from passing these accounts, and you don't want to screw these types of things up. I'm not taking these trades on my funded accounts because it's got 40 on a nice little day that I was able to scalp my way into. Not going to mess that up. But now whatever happens with my e-bails, I'm 91 and 400 at two interesting levels here. Almost a retest of this broken trendline support too. No resistance up in that area. Ooh. Treacherous. God, look at that whip back. I mean, it was 70 points off the lows already. Huh? It's being traded like a penny stock. There's something going on right now I'm not aware of. Like, should I be... Is there news I'm missing? I know, like, SpaceX IPOs on, like, Friday, right? That's going to be a wild thing, but... I mean, it's not attached to any indice, although it's probably really higher up and be in the NASDAQ or the S&P or both. I mean, yeah, I knew there was some escalation in Hormuz, right? But that doesn't, you know, I mean, to be fair, the market was down heavy today, right? And like it's just trading with more volatility. Yeah, the helicopter, I couldn't tell if that was like I had heard a report that it was like an accident, but I also heard reports it was shot down. So I know the cool thing about that story, and never cool to lose military assets, I guess, but the cool thing about the rescue of the guys in it was they sent out a drone boat, apparently, like a completely autonomous boat went out and rescued these guys. I'm sure it's being controlled by somebody in like the Navy, but drone warfare has entered the chat, you know. Or watching for that push up to 91 to 400, you know. Probably coming here, not probably, the is. Watching really closely. Don't want to, you know, firstly, I'm not putting an order out there just yet. I mean, I'm going to mark it in here when I feel like the top has formed or when we've come up there and traded into those levels. Let's watch the volume, watch the participation, see if we can see anything to help us decide if we want to take this trade. It's a very valid setup. Don't get me wrong, but this week it's just had a pretty bad taste in my mouth. This is some strong bids up here. You got a point of control right now at around 68s. The 90 figure will be interesting. If that swing anchor to be lock holds versus the full GLIBEX session one. I mean, my guess is we'll get both, a reaction of both, but like I'm willing to, and by the way, the steepness of this rally so far, you could almost wait for it to trade and come back down and start breaking lower lows and might get in, which might be the safer way to trade this tonight. I am afraid it's going to come up and just knife through, which is, again, why I don't have an order sitting out there right now, even though it's a valid setup. Come back down to try to test that. Well, no. But we're out there on 66. We went as low as 58. Kind of a weird pullback there. Still higher highs and higher lows and little swings, I suppose. This market's getting bounced around like ping pong ball right now, and that's always a concern. It could trade up to these levels pretty fast too, so let's keep an eye on things and be ready for anything. If it sells off here into lows, I'll just be disappointed because it gave us no opportunity. All it did was come back and trade the opening range lows of the prior lows on the take. It's just okay, I mean, possible, but not typical. But I still can't believe I had the long and the short in like my own. I just couldn't stay in the trade because I was trailing and this market was whipping around. But that's kind of, I guess, the problem with playing a bit defense sometimes is evil world of terrible. You know, they could have taken, but as far as you're not giving it back, a little armor and they're profitable. But a day like today, I was able to scalp into, honestly, a decent day if I just quit now. But we have a valid trade set up. I showed up for it tonight. I feel like the read on the market's pretty good right now. We know it's a little temperamental, but if we get reactions off in these, up into this area, it's a valid take for me. Super tentative itself. We're for 50s here on a stop lower. It's coming right back up. I didn't obviously do it here. But it's gonna go lower without a shit. Oh, I could have went past the accounts again. I'm gonna stop playing that game. And you gotta remind yourself too, if you're one trade away from passing accounts, you don't have to do it right now or today, right? You can wait till tomorrow, right? Still getting some decent sellers right now. I dare you feel like you got a little bit of a trap seller here. And that 134 down, where I wanted to be seller at 50s, you know, they only got $200, so that's not a. You need to break below 4. Okay, there it goes. Yikes! Not gonna lie, retail lows. I'm probably calling it for the night, folks. What is even going on here? Off. Could have passed the accounts. God dang it. People and read. Bloomberg. All right. This market doesn't look like it wants to come back up. Yep. See you tomorrow, Brico. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting the ForceSweep tonight. Genuinely happy with the idea that what's on the wrong thing. Genuinely happy we didn't take the short. We didn't take the long. Market has worked more and given us a valid, a valid ForceSweep if it wants to trade it later. But I don't know if I'm going to stick around for it tonight. Again, I've already got technically profits from scalping out here today, and I don't want to ruin a good thing at this point. But daily pivots on this, I don't. I need to add those. That's exactly right, Oliver. Back at it tomorrow. The edge from the system is showing up every day, waiting for it to play out how you want it, not forcing it. Feels a lot like we'd be forcing things. Right? Sure, it's about to just sweep lows, crushed in the low of the day. CVD is very negative still. And here go the lows of the day, basically. Well, make sure all my trades got filled there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just talk about real quick. Something that can happen here. Rate limit, rate limit, rate limit. I did actually just take a scalp there into the end of the day. I think I just passed the accounts, or should have been very close to. I probably need like a couple more bucks. Yeah, I'm like $40 away, so I'm going to definitely not trade anymore today. This is the issue with copy trading with Replicanto and Ninja Trader, is you might get these rate limits that, which I'm getting now, which is going to actually make trading really risky for the rest of the day for me. I need literally, or that's what my MF fuse. I've passed 2 of them, so I need to turn those ones off altogether. Which ones are they? Those ones are off. set their ratios to 0. You need to make sure that they do in fact show pass. Because here's the problem is like, they just scope on past the rest. I did. Fuck yeah. Alright, so just passed all my MFFUs, just passed all the E8s. They're all over 3,000. Yep, all I got now is my funded next to have to pass. Well, I've definitely hit a lot up of the MFFU and the E8 accounts, and I only have my funded next open in case I do want to do anything else. But, yeah, I mean, now that's a new low of the day. The ForceSweep is now dragging lower. It's a valid setup. I would still probably take it here if we trade up there in these other accounts, only because that's all I have left, right? Yeah, okay. Walking away with a W on the day. I mean, this is stupid trading though. Like, it's not the setups we want. I just took the setups I needed. But in this environment, like, the breaks and lows are gonna give you quick scalps. If you need like $50, right? Which is basically what I did. However, this is just gonna keep going lower. Negative CVD is already down to 1,000. The trade now is going to be so big, I don't even know if it's worth taking. Yeah, good night, SoCal. I mean, I think it's just a night to call it, right, if you haven't gotten it. The market is going to take a while now to trade all the way back up to the entry that we want. By that time, I don't know if we'll want it still. I mean, I think you would, because it's still valid. I mean, I'm going to answer any questions you guys might have. I'll hang out for another 45 minutes with the stream open. But I'm basically going to be pretty passive the rest of it. I was able to basically just scalp tonight and pass my E8 and MFFU 50Ks. Happy about that. Put up a W in my funded Lucids. So now I've got funded accounts with MFFU again. E8 and Lucid. Working on that. I got $1,300 more to target on my funded next 100K Rapids, I think I have there. We get whatever the ones I got. Yeah, I mean, accounted for, I get it. The last 2 nights I've outperformed the ForceSweep. Last night not taking a full stop. Tonight may just be a no trade night and I walked away with some money. Tonight was a great though night of that VWAP early when we had all this trap going on that, you know, you got long back above it for move back for the highs and then got short back below it for the move back to the lows. But if we just keep falling apart here and this thing becomes like a, you know, now it's basically 100 points wide, you know, that's 400 ticks. That is such a big move. I mean, new low of the day, new low in CVD. I mean, nothing is bullish about this. The problem is, you know, coming all the way back up to fill us now in a timely manner. Not very likely to happen, but it's okay. Come back tomorrow. This setup happens every night, every day. There's zero reason to force saves like the Sith Trader sometimes does. Gotta do what you gotta do for profits, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I am, I step away from the charts, and it's actually trading right A. Trading the setup here. Moving ahead and getting in here. Oh, of course I get it. Just the worst time ever. Gonna go straight against me, isn't it? Wow. I even waited. Oh man, I didn't look at the chart. Damn. I would not have taken this trade if I looked at it more closely. That's okay. My stop is going to be at 4-9s, but if we get above it again here, I do think it goes back to the highs of the day. I close out all my other my accounts, and I've only gotten my 100K fund index, which I need to be careful because I can only make so much in these in one day, can't I? Which this trade's going against me anyway, but if we go to target, it's way too much for the day. I can crush my consistency scores. Let's try. Here I am running back to the screen because it's a, I'm in the other room. Oh my god, really? Okay. Take a look at volume, participation, all those numbers. It needs to hurry up back on down below the view up here for me to enjoy this setup again, or like what we're seeing on the charts. Yeah. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay what I'm seeing so far. You're seeing rejection here at the VWAP and points of control. In other words, you're getting a lot of, participation in sellers. Got a lot of trapped buyers up there at the highs. That's what I like to see too. Negative CVD still. Yeah, I think this thing's gonna roll over. I need to quickly look and see how much I can make on these accounts in a day. I think it's 2,000. If I was sitting with, oh. Of course, the trade's still going against me, so it'd be too coy. Dang, I can't pass these today, but that's okay. Most I can make, I have 15 quarter. Oh, that's not that far off at all. Man, I could have already been out with my nut. Alright, let's get rid of this volume crap because I need to concentrate now on just the raw candles. With the setup as it stands. What a wild move that was here. Oh, now it's going up the way now. Wow, it's $800 of risk still up to that high. Unbelievable. I should never come back to the screen. That's okay, right? We got, I've got these, but there's a big reason why I canceled out the rest of them. I did not, well, I passed all those accounts, so it doesn't matter, but I would have only been taking this trade minimally. That sucks. Well, yeah, this is just not been the week where ForceSweep has it. Gave up my day on these accounts. Okay, well, leave them to back to break even on the day. That's a shame. Oh, look at it come on down after it hunted me. That is just so sweet. Mr. Market is so kind. That's okay. So I'm going to call it at that for myself. I don't have any faith that this ForceSweep is really going to work out at this point because we've established a backup bow to VWAP at this point, and the market is looking like it wants to. Genuinely looking like it wants to fail. I wouldn't be getting back in until we broke back below the VWAP. So I don't know. Maybe I should hang tight. Otherwise, I mean, this is starting to look like a reason to get long the market here soon. If I'm being perfectly honest, the forced push at this point. We'll see how this plays out. If we do break dark below the VWAPs, I will consider getting short for that sweep to lows. But right now, we're going to hang tight. I don't see much to do. I apologize. I had to get away from the screens for a minute there, because we probably would have taken this trade and been scalped out already. Oh, we're coming back down. Let's see what happens at the VWAP now. If it starts to slide below, I think there's a valid reason to maybe get back in on this trade. Gotta be careful. It needs negative CVD, so this full bounce you just don't trust from that perspective. They're watching this trend line right now as well. Really needs to break down. Here comes the trend line break on the 1 minute chart. You still got the 100 tick chart that got its trend line intact. And actually that trend line is a little bit cleaner, or has a little bit of a different look to it, but it doesn't really break until you're below 60 at this point, which is back below that VWAP anyway. But at that point, you know, you'll be looking to get back in here. All right, I'm actually thinking of getting in. Let's do it. Stops are above the high here at like 11s. Actually took it a little too lot, but of course it's going to come get me. Or call it after this. Are you kidding? We're long for long. There's always tomorrow, folks. Wow, look at it shoot up into new highs. Oh, that is some bullshit. Look at that. Oh well, that's that. I'm calling it a night at this point. Pass by Lucid, right, E8s. Put myself down 1 hour now on the funded next, so I gotta be careful there. Have to work and get that back. But this ForceSweep doesn't look like it's gonna be working. But looks like, if anything, we're gonna be heading up to new highs in the day, which is a strange thing to consider. Be one of the better rips. just not in 3 nights in a row, terrible ForceSweep setups and trading. I mean, I feel like I did a decent job trading myself. There is a literal 4 or 5 point spread on this market right now, though, which is really wild to look at. Look at the bid offer spread on it, everything. But with all that being said, everybody, I'm going to close down for the night. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. It looks like the force is going to get a full stop out, and this market is just, again, oscillating around the 8 VWAPs and just shopping up to high heaven. So, I don't see any reason to stick around. I'm out of this trade. I took a shot at it, a less risk than the whole trade setup would have produced, so I'm happy by that. Man, what a crappy night last year night for the ForceSweep, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So have a great night, everybody. We'll be back with you all tomorrow for the New York session, perhaps. My wife and I are having a baby, so we don't really know what our plans are going to be like. But with all that being said, like, subscribe, smash those buttons, comment buttons to let me know how you feel. And remember, trading features involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Everything I talked about here today is just my own opinion and not a direct trade recommendation. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll be back with you all tomorrow at his price action votes. Take care.